Hey, welcome back to Kanode Knows. On today's episode, we're interviewing Ben Norris. He's a filmer from Australia, probably best known for filming Lewis Mills, his X Games parts, the Channel Trace video for Eclaw, the Fiending video that just dropped and broke the internet. We get into that, by the way, break that down like piece by piece, clip by clip, get into the stories. And we talk about his past, what got him to where he is, how he started filming, what makes a good BMX video, and tips for filming with a fisheye. So, yeah, this is a good one, man. I'm stoked. I had fun doing it, and I hope you enjoy watching it. Let's get into it. Now we're rolling. I wrote down questions and shit, but whatever, dude. How are you? What time is it there?
It's 11 a.m.
That's so nuts. It's 6 p.m. What day is it? Tomorrow?
Sunday.
Yeah, it's it's so crazy. It's still Saturday here. And
What
then
city?
I'm in Phoenix. What about
Sick.
you?
We're in Sydney, so like the east coast of Australia.
Yeah, how was I heard like horror stories about COVID there. Like
I mean, y- the restrictions were gnarlier than other places for sure. Like just lockdowns for I don't know, like 3 months. You couldn't really go anywhere. Like we for a couple months you were only allowed to go out in like groups of 2 people. And you were only allowed in like a 5 kilometer radius of where you lived. So like sometimes we'd be out riding and they'd pull us up and be like, why is there 3 of you here? Like, can we see your license to see where you live? Like, are you too far away from home? And
whoa.
then like they'd hassle us for being in like a group of 5 or something, but then we try and explain like, nah, like we're working, like this is our job to ride and
Yeah.
stuff. And
What
sometimes
what do they say to that?
they're normally fine with that. Like they don't really want to get you in trouble, but I don't know, it's just
It
whatever.
would suck to be a cop and have to enforce that like bullshit,
Yeah,
basically.
me
That's
and my
just
friends talk about that all the time. Like it'd be the worst job.
yeah, for real. I've had that come up with that using or like telling a security guard, this is our job, dude. It's he's like, I don't give a shit, get off the property. I'm like, "All
Yeah,
right."
yeah, honestly.
What's the security guards always say it's because of liability. If you fall and get hurt, you can sue us. It's like, has that ever happened in the history of anything? You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, like no one's gonna sue you, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay, so that reminds me real quick. So you guys just dropped the best video of the year easily.
Thank you.
You and Mr. Baby Goat, Baby Goat Lewis Mills. There's a clip in there of him talking to a security guard before he does a over opposite pegs. What was the story
Yeah,
there?
I don't actually know what he said, but that place is always kind of a bust. Like it's a pretty famous spot though in like the kind of outskirts of the city. And he actually did that twice. Like he did that trick like a year ago, the over switch pegs 180.
Yeah.
And then he kind of like fell over, did sort of like a handstandy kind of thing. And we're gonna use that. He's like, no, I need to do it again. I need to do it again. But the security guard must have just been cool with it because he just went back inside and then like we still had another 10, 15 minutes. He did the trick and then we left. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, it was
I
pretty
love that.
chill.
He landed that and then he did some weird handstand, or he like rolled out
He
weird
like
or what?
fell he fell off and he landed it, kind of rolled away, and then somehow fell off and just like ended up on his head kind of thing. And like the clip's funny because like he still pulled it pretty much,
Yeah.
but he's like, "Nah, I can't take this. I gotta do it again."
That's a good question to ask. Like at that level, I feel like, dude, doing that over switch pegs down that rail multiple times is like that's pretty hairy. And did that happen a lot in that video? Like each a bunch of those clips? Is he a perfectionist? He's an artist,
Yeah,
so
yeah. A little bit. I mean, there were lots of tricks, like because we've been filming that for a while, like pretty much 2 years. And some of
nice.
the tricks in there, like you know, there's those 2 ledges, and Louis did like pegs, gap, feeble, then 540, and he
Yeah.
also did the pegs, gap, feeble, truck.
Yep.
Initially, he's like, nah, I don't like those tricks. I don't want to use them.
Wow.
But then we showed like he was saying nah, but then I showed some people the video and they were hyped on those tricks, so like it
Yeah.
was keeping them there.
That's
But
the first one with I think what came first is the 5, and that one is
yeah,
mind blowing.
yeah,
It's just good spot use, and then holy shit, 5 came out of nowhere.
yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
amazing. I'm so like happy for you guys. It broke the internet, and yeah, it's so crazy.
No, we're stoked.
Um, well, we'll get back to that. I want to know, your Ben Norris's story.
Yeah.
How old are you? How long have you been filming? How did you get into it? Did you start
Um,
writing and then get into filming? What's your
yeah.
story, dude?
Well, I'm 22 now, and started writing when I was like probably like 12, 13. But we all kind of grew up in the same sort of area. So I went to primary school with Lewis. Like he was in the year above me, and we went to different high schools though, but we still kind of lived near each other. So every afternoon we'd have like there was a little oval near our house, and we'd build dirt jumps there, and that was kind of how we all sort of met each other and became friends.
That's
And
classic. I love that.
yeah, no, it was good. And Louis was into skating before that. So, and he was like making skate videos. He had a GoPro, then he had like a DSLR, like a Canon, and
Dang.
like had a fisheye and everything. And I'm like, fuck, that's pretty cool. And I ended up saving up, getting a GoPro and stuff. And that was kind of how I started filming.
Sick. Who were
But
like your influences? Like, cause I think you developed over time at least a pretty distinct style with like not necessarily all channel trace, but the happy dance music, tightly
yeah,
cut clips, fucking really close, predominantly fisheye clips. I mean, I don't know if that's true, but a lot of fisheye, especially in that skate park video, that sticks out in my mind. A couple
yeah,
of
no, that was
legendary videos you
definitely
put out. How'd you develop your style? Who did you look up to besides me, of course? Just kidding.
legit though. The Get Used to a video, we used to watch Simone's part all the time and Joris's part. They were
That-
fucking sick.
that's Chadwick. Shout out Ryan Chadwick.
Oh fuck.
I did get to help film. That was one of my first times like filming pros. Chadwick was working for Sabrosa, and he brought the
Yeah.
Sabrosa team to town, and I got to like pedal with them at ASU. And Chadwick was like, "Do you want to film him?" I had already been filming for a while, but I was like, "Oh my god, I get to film Simone Baracco!" It was so crazy, you know.
That's so sick.
But go on. Who else?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I was like Mike Mastroni stuff. I really liked all his videos. Francis Castro, that was kind of the reason I bought like the Panasonic HMC
Yeah,
and like the Opteka fisheye. Like I
sick.
loved all his videos. And like
Are you
Tony
still
Annis,
rocking
obviously.
the Opteka, by the way?
Well, I had an MK2, but
Yeah.
then just had too many lens hits, and then
Yeah.
like I had a spare Opteka lens, so I put that back on.
It gets the
I was
job
looking,
done.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
it still looks fine. Like
for real.
the MK2 is a bit crispier, but you know,
Yeah.
looking at getting an extreme at one point, but now they're going for like $7,000.
That's it's way too much. That's stupid.
There's no way I can't justify that.
Yeah, Mastroni's filming is pretty much perfection.
Mm,
And then yeah, Tony, I think you were just saying Tony Ennis. He's big dog. He's the best.
yeah, and Rich Fawn, his videos
Oh
are
yeah, of course.
incredible. Yeah.
What about like editing style, like music? That was one of the questions that I wrote down earlier. I was like, what's the music thing? How did you? Why is that the vibe?
Yeah, I don't know actually. Well, it was just kind of like I wanted to make a video that's fun to watch. Like
Yes.
I don't know. I was like I wanted to be more than just writing, something
Yep.
kind of fun. And then that's the kind of music that we're always listening to. We're
Sick.
always listening to some cool dance music.
I
So it's
love
like,
that.
fuck, let's put this in a video, see how it goes. And then we're all into it. So it's like, hopefully other people like it too.
It spread like wildfire. I feel like Channel Trace blew up after that video. You know?
Honestly, almost like he's in Apple commercials and stuff now.
Yeah,
Like
it's crazy.
he's playing at Coachella and stuff. It's
It's
sick.
wild, man. I've been following him since that video came out, and yeah, it's wild to see.
Mm.
In the Channel Trace one, there's the clip. I should put it in here of the fat lady in the blue shirt
Oh
dancing or
yeah.
whatever. It's so
That
good.
was funny actually, because you know how we were talking about the over pegs 180 that Louis did?
Yeah.
That was just after we went to that spot and Louis did his ender for the Channel Trez video, the Bar Crook Bar.
Oh
That's
shit.
like that was just around the corner from that, the lady
Sick.
dancing.
Yes. So in order to get that stuff, do you have to be like constantly rolling? So even when you're not filming, you're still filming.
Hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, I never used to I always used to I never used to take my bike out when I was filming. Like I just take my skateboard. So I'd always skate around with my camera just in my hand.
Nice.
Like I wouldn't really put it in my backpack when I was riding between spots. Like I just always have it there. So if something weird happened, I'd just be able to film it.
That's
But
perfect.
yeah, no, it was great. Like it got so much good funny B-roll.
Yeah.
But now that we ride around the city all the time, like every day, it's not really practical for me to skate around the city all day. Like I got to have a bike.
Yeah, that's a burden. Skating hurts my left leg because I pushes my right leg,
Yeah.
you know?
Dude,
That's,
my left leg was jacked for a while. Like it
it was
was dude,
uneven, dude. That's
honestly.
amazing. Are you still what gear? So you started with a GoPro. Is there anything
Mhm.
online that I can see like on your old you is it on YouTube channel I could
Yeah,
go
no, there would
lurk?
be. I can send you some links later. There's some funny old GoPro footage.
Sick.
A VX. We had a VX. Like everyone kind of chipped in for that. Well, sort of what happened was when I was like 14-ish, I hurt my back real bad. I herniated like 2 lower discs in my back, which is like a pretty
Yeah.
gnarly injury for a 14-year-old.
For real.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
I actually don't know exactly. There was like a week before I did this gap and like I kind of crashed, but I was fine after that. So I feel like it was just kind of like a wear and tear over time. But I woke up one morning and I had these really bad pains down my leg, and I didn't know what it was really like, but it was really bad. And it turns out that the discs in my back were rubbing against the nerve that like ran down my leg.
Yeah.
So I was about to get like
Is
the
that the
shunt.
sciatic nerve?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I know because my 75-year-old dad has problems with that. That sucks that
Hey,
happened so young, dude. That's wild.
yeah, no, it's kind of
So then
fucked.
what?
So then after that, I know everyone kind of felt real bad for me, and obviously I still want to hang out with my friends, but I can't ride. So we're looking at getting a VX, and everyone kind of chipped in for that because I didn't have like I might have had a couple $100, but then everyone else like Louis might have given me a few $100. Our other friends Jordan, Reese, all gave me money, and then we bought a VX, made a few videos with that. It ended up breaking, which kind of sucked, but
I can relate
that
to that. I can relate to the whole story, dude.
was-
Getting hurt and switching from like trying to ride to being the filmer so that I can still hang out with my friends. Like I compound fractured my tailbone like when I was 18 or 19 and then made the switch. But I was speaking of VXs dying, these are all
yeah, I
fucking
was looking in the
dead, dude.
background. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, that's sick.
Broken.
Honestly. Man, it's
um
the worst when you film something and then like you go to watch it back and you're like, it's just
yeah.
all glitchy or it just didn't record or something. Like,
Especially a good trick like that just happened for this coming mediocre at best video. Troy did a big hubba to a good trick, and the footage is just completely. I have the stationary clip from a tripod that I had my phone on, so that exists, but the VX angle is just toast. It's just gone. It was such a bummer,
yeah.
dude. And then at one point, I pulled the tape out of the camera, and I could hold, like the tape was just coming out of the tape.
Far out. Yeah.
The
Out of
ribbon
the
was
tape.
coming out of the tape, so I
Yeah.
could just dangle it on my finger, and I was like, "This is fucked, dude. I hate VXs." As soon as this video
Yeah.
is done, I'm never filming with a VX again. Never, ever,
Yeah.
ever.
Our experiences would be totally different. Like I made 2 web videos with a VX, but you made like multiple DVDs,
Yeah,
like the
stupid
mediocre
amount. Yeah,
affair.
it's
And logging all that footage too.
yeah, that's getting really old. The logging footage. So it didn't used to be bad. I hate it now, and I won't do it by myself. I invite Clay over or Troy over, and I'm like,
Yeah.
hang out with me so that I can have some stoke while I go through footage, because otherwise it's just a chore, and it's also what I do for work. So I don't want to like make videos and then keep making videos, and it just never ends, But
Yeah, it just has to feel like a job.
yeah, and the big plus side of it is like this video we've been filming for 4 years, but when you use the same VX 2100, it all kind
Mm.
of it blends together. Like it looks timeless or the same.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
That
the
is a good thing.
big plus,
Mhm.
because the HD cameras are changing so much so fast. Like everything's getting cheaper and higher quality. And are you looking like what gear do you have right now? Still
Right now, I've still
HMC?
got, yeah, still got the HMC. I like how that looks. Like, it's not the crispiest, but I kind of like that. It's got like a homey sort of vibe to it.
Yeah, it's the
But
HD VX.
yeah, legit.
Yeah. And like
But
there's a big benefit to having the rocker zoom,
mm, that's
Like
one of the main things that kind of keep me on that sort of camera.
yeah.
Like, I know some people have because it only films like 720p, but there's like the Sony AC90 or something like that.
Hmm.
that some people film, and then it's like full HD and just a bit crispier.
Yeah,
But right
there's
now, I'm
one.
pretty sure like that.
Daryl just put me onto one that actually Ryan Chadwick just bought as well. It's a camcorder, so it's the same. It's like HMC, but it's 4K and it's made by Panasonic, and it's just over $2,000, and it's like that's pretty reasonable. And you could probably slap an Opteka on it. I can't I can't wait till this video's done so that I can actually, because I'm filming this webcam right here is a A7S II, which is plenty.
Oh,
That's what Justin Benthian was using for all the fit videos. Like a lot of people use this, just get a good fisheye. And I have an A7S III for work, so I have a good setup, but I'm just not doing
yeah.
that yet. You know?
Would you get a fisheye for the A7S to
Yeah.
like get the next stuff with that?
I was researching that a couple days ago. I have this really cheap like crop sensor Rokinon over here, but it's crop sensor, so like it just not good. And then focus just doesn't work at all. Everything looks blurry, and it was like $100. So that made sense. There's this one that I think it's Canon, and Canon makes a I don't know 8 to 12 millimeter. Like it's a
Yeah, I
zoom
know the
fish.
one.
Yeah,
Mm.
and
And
that's
it's pretty
apparently the
expensive
best one.
today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like at least $1,000. And
yeah,
cool part is you can like zoom in to adjust how much vignette you want on the clip, which is
that is nice.
yeah,
Yeah,
not too shabby.
yeah. No, there's that skate filmer, Kevin Perez. Like he used to film all the primitive stuff, and now I think he films for Shane O'Neill's brand, April. But he has like that kind of fisheye, that sort of setup, and I don't know, it just looks super crisp.
It is. It does. I think if we're talking, I might be mixing up skate filmers, but I learned that from a YouTube video from one of the professional skate filmers. Have you heard of a happy medium?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've bought the video that came out like a year ago. It might have been Happy Medium 5, maybe.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick. Those were my biggest, and that's why I started. I was like maybe 16 or 17, and then I got dragged by my hipster friends. I was kind of hipster too, but we went to the first Happy Medium premiere, and it was it was in a local movie theater, which was legit, and just so many skater homies. The place was packed. They were going crazy, and I was like, "What is this? This is amazing! I want to do this for BMX." And
That's
then 4 years later, we did, and it's so trippy to think back. And those dudes, like Buster and Hunter, are incredible. They're just like pure artists. They like
yeah.
Buster really doesn't care about anything else in life except for like making amazing skate videos, and it's like I envy that because I'm burdened with like wanting to make a living and shit.
Yeah, no, but their creativity and their videos, like the intros and
Amazing.
stuff, it's so sick.
Yeah. And so that leads me to, do you follow any like general rules when you're filming fisheye? Who taught you how to do it? Did you learn by fish?
Um,
Filming fish is an art. So let's hear your take on it.
yeah. Well, the very first person, Louis taught me very first how to do it because he had like the DSLR set up with a fisheye, and I'd never filmed fisheye before. He's kind of telling me how to do it. This was when we like really, really started.
Yeah.
And then after that, like I would legit just watch so many videos. Like I would watch every skate video that came out on Thrasher, and like I just kind of saw the kind of things that I liked. I really liked John Hicks's filming some of those OSS videos, the
Oh
way he
yeah.
got like so up close in that front wheel, and
Yep.
like I just thought that looked awesome.
I love
And that
that.
was what I tried doing that skate park video, just get as close as I could.
Yeah. And you did it.
And
It's good shit.
that's one of my favorite videos too. I love that.
So then when you're close, what do you do? How do you tilt it? For somebody who doesn't know how to film, when you're close, where do you tilt?
I don't know, like
You tilt up. Yeah. I feel
yeah,
like that's the rule that I learned. It's like the closer you are, you tilt it up to get it in. And then the further away, you can tilt it down to make it look like they're on the top of the screen. And
yeah,
just using the whole like canvas. It's the fisheye is a canvas. So let them start the trick over on this side and then end the trick over on this side, Like
yeah.
that,
No, it's awesome.
it's little shit that you kind of take for granted that that you kick ass at. That's amazing. All right, and then what's your thoughts on like tripod? Are you carrying around a tripod? Is like are you just loosely filming? Like when you shoot a long lens clip, are you like on a tripod zooming and stuff? Or are you handheld?
Yeah, no, I've seen a lot of people do that, but I've never done like having a full tripod set up with the camera like on it, zooming and stuff.
Me neither.
Normally I'm just handheld.
Yep.
I used to bring out two cameras with me all the time, so then I'd have like, and I'd bring a tripod with me as well, so that I'd be able to get second angles. But a lot of the time now, I just bring out the one camera, and unless someone's gonna do like, they say to
Something
me, "Oh, I'm
crazy.
gonna do
Yeah.
something pretty gnarly," then I'll be like, "All right, I'll make sure I bring two cameras
Yep.
and like bring the tripod, make sure we're ready."
Bring the
But
photo homie.
yeah,
Do you
exactly.
guys have a photo homie?
Yeah, we got this guy in Sydney, Sleepers BMX, and he's done a lot of stuff with Dig. Like he shot the cover of Dig 2 years ago, and it was just like this bowl picture at Bondi Beach, and there was like someone airing over someone else. They're doing a big table, but he's the homie. We were out with him yesterday actually, and he's
Sick.
always so keen to take photos and stuff. So it's cool.
Yeah, that's the best. I love, like, I learned, I don't know, it's cool to hang out, but like somebody told me when I was younger and I was out with like the local pros, and somebody
Mm.
joked, kind of jokingly, kind of not joking, was like, you gotta bring some value. Like if you're gonna, you can be entertaining and just hang out and be the homie. You can like get clips. You can be the star in front of the camera, or you can be a photographer or a videographer, but don't just like hang around and be boring. And I was like, word, okay, cool. I can be the filmer.
Yeah, I
Play
mean,
play your part.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's kind of true. Like if you're not doing anything, then people might not invite you out. So
Yeah, exactly.
mm.
Um, that's cool that you're still out and getting. Are you guys filming every day or what?
Not every day, but at least like a few times a week for sure. Like I'll ride my bike every day if it's sunny for sure. And I mean, and Louis and Jackman, like they don't really want to film every day either.
Yeah,
But we'll go hit a skate park, have a chill ride, and then on the weekend normally we'll try to get a crew out, go ride around the city, hit
I
some
love that.
spots.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Is that predominant? Like, where was the majority of that video filmed? Sydney?
Yeah, pretty much like say like 80% Sydney, and then more maybe a bit less because Tony Ennis gave us a lot of footage from California when Louis was over there earlier this year, or maybe end of last year, like when Louis did the crook bar at Hollywood High,
Yeah, just
and like Frank
casually.
Switch Whip.
That clip was so understated in the edit. Like you just like gloss over it. It's just like, oh, hold on. He just crook barred Hollywood High. You got to watch it 17 times to catch everything that's in the video. What
Yeah, I
about
wasn't
the?
sure if I was gonna say I wasn't sure if I should have like slow-moed that or something because it's legit like a 3-second clip, and I'm like,
Yeah,
it's pretty gnarly, like crook bar Hollywood High, but then it's kind of cool. It goes over quick. Then
it's
you go
very
back.
cool that it goes over quick. That's one of those things that's like, hold on, I got to watch it again, and you don't like. I love that. A banger that is just in the middle of the video that is just like, hold on, what? I was sitting on my couch out here watching it on the TV, and then the way you edited it, where it kind of felt like it ended, and then it comes back with the rap song, and I was just like,
Oh
"There's
yeah.
fucking more, dude!" Like, what?
Man, I always get so hyped when that second rap song starts and it's like all the banger sort of clips. It's like,
So
fuck yeah.
good. Where was the one? I think he did 180 bar and then 5 cat bar down like a 3 block. It looked like it was like New York, East Coast of
Yeah, it does have that kind of vibe, like the basketball court.
yeah,
But now that's kind of like in the outskirts of the city, kind of near where Louis did the overpegs 180. It's just
yeah.
yeah, there's a skate park near there, so we went warmed up there. Then we'd go to the spot, and then we kind of lived. We used to live kind of close to there as well. Well, not super close, but so we'd go ride around and then get a couple tricks, go back home.
I love
Yeah,
that.
that was
Yeah.
it for me.
Yeah, those were two of my favorites in the video for sure. The backlash full cab and the 5 bar. Just like the way it's filmed, everything's is beautiful. And then his trick selection. What's he like when does he make a list of spots and then he's like, okay, we're gonna go like he decides beforehand, or is it like some dudes, they're just like, take me to a spot and I'll figure it out. Other guys are like very specific about what they want to do. What's it like filming Lewis?
He normally prefers to be taken to a spot and then he'll figure something out there. But there'll definitely be some times where he'll have something in mind and we'll go there. But I don't think he likes that as much because it's just like more stressful. He's thinking about it beforehand and like
Yeah.
a bit more pressure to actually get a trick if you call it out, then go to a spot. Like the best days for us are normally just riding around, seeing what we come across, and then working something out at the spot. And
It's
Yeah.
the best. It's the most beautiful feeling is cruising around, especially a new city. Like you, or even
Yeah.
if I had a cruising around downtown Phoenix is kind of fun, but it doesn't feel like a city. You know, it's all really spread out. And I would like, I would compare Sydney to maybe like New York, and just pedaling around that city would be insane. Um,
Yeah.
shit, there's so much I want to know. Um,
Well, like one thing, you know where he does that rail ride then pegs
yeah, can
in
we
the middle
talk
of the
about
park
it?
when the sun stops?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I saw some people asking like, oh, was he trying tires? And he was. That was the originally what he wanted to do is like rail ride. But
Sheesh.
the rail, like you look at it from the top, the first one's straight, but then the second one's kind of crooked. So it's you can't really go like straight onto both of them. And he just kept getting pumps like every time. And we went back there a second time and he's like, oh yeah, I still want to do it. And he's at the top looking at it. He's like, no, like I know I'm just gonna eat shit. I don't want to do this again. So he took the rail ride pegs and still came out fucking
Yeah,
sick.
but I'd say yeah, I would do the same thing. I'd say fuck it, that's a clip. You know, I think I was watching it with a homie and he was like, did he mean to do that? And I was like, even if he didn't, I don't care. That's a good clip, dude. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then he was all good. Like any major injuries on this 2 years of filming?
Not really. No, it was pretty good. Just like a couple small things, just like getting a heel bruise or hurting your ankle, then you're out for a couple weeks, but nothing too major, like no broken bones or anything like that. So he's had a pretty good run.
I love that. And then was this like planned? Was he on Fiend 2 years ago?
Yeah, he was. He was. Well, actually, we didn't quite know where we were going to put the video because we had all these clips and we're thinking, oh, should we do it for Monster? That was the original plan. And then about like a year ago or something, Louis like, no, let's do it for Fiend. Like it'll be so sick to do something like for Fiend because he hadn't really put out a part just for Fiend before. So
It's a hell of a first
they're
part
all
for
the
Fiend.
goats as well.
Yeah,
So
for real.
it's sick.
That's why I called him Baby Goat, dude. Because
Yeah.
Garrett's goat, but Lewis is Baby Goat, dude. It's so good, and he has his own unique style. I don't know. It's
Mhm.
he's definitely top three favorite writers of all time, 100%. It's so cool. And then I also thought it was very cool that you put all the homie clips in the video, just the
Yeah.
vibes, you know.
Yeah, Louis made sure I put all those clips in. He's like, make sure you put all the boys in the end.
That's what's up, dude. He's fucking amazing. I love the guy. I met him in person when I was in California.
Oh, sick.
Not too long ago. I was like, Louis, I know give me a hug, and then let me take a selfie, and then he gave me a kiss on the cheek, and I got a picture of Louis kissing me on the cheek. I was like, man, this guy's the best.
That's awesome.
What's it like partying out there? You guys are at the party age. How's your what's your life look like?
I mean, it's pretty good. I don't actually party that much, but Louis and Jackman, they all get out a bit more and like they love it. In Sydney, the party scene, I mean, it's good, but it's not like crazy. We have I think they just got rid of the lockout laws. We used to have like laws where they didn't let anyone into a club after like 1 or 12 p.m. and then all the clubs shut pretty early at like maybe like 2 or 3. So they like really tried to cut down on the party scene in Sydney.
So you're saying like they wouldn't let you in after 1
after like
1 a.m.?
midnight.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you had
So
to
like
be there to party for 4 hours if you want to stay late? Okay.
yeah.
That's stupid. Is this for COVID? This is a COVID
No,
thing or
this
no?
was like this was just I think it was because there were like lots of fights going on in the street and things like that. And then the government just tried to cut down on that. So they just made all these laws to try and reduce the amount of drunk people out at like 4 a.m. And I mean, it wasn't very popular, but I guess it might have worked.
Might have worked. I remember my first ever trip was to Australia. I was
Hey,
18.
no way.
Yeah, and I stayed with Dave Dillaward and his family, and
Sick.
we drank Quad X. I think that's the name of the beer,
Oh
right?
yeah, 4X.
Yeah,
Yeah,
4X.
yeah.
And then I ate some kangaroo steak. That's the shit I
Sick.
remember. I barely remember the riding. We went to some famous spots and a bunch of skate parks. It was like GT's like project sponsored. It was a weird random thing that I was able to go. But
Yeah. What city were
yeah,
you in?
Sydney and Brisbane. And
Yo,
so
sick,
I
sick.
just can't remember, like I can't really remember Sydney for shit. I can't remember. I remember
Yeah,
one spot that has like a bunch of red maroon banks. I think it's pretty famous, and it's like goes down a path and it's
yeah,
blown out.
kind of near the water.
Yeah, probably. I honestly don't remember.
Well,
Everything's.
I think I might know the one you're talking about, but I think that's actually been demolished like maybe 6 years ago.
It's been a
But
while
yeah,
since I've seen footage on it. So
yeah,
yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. No, I'm pretty sure I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah. So where are you now? You live with your family or what?
I live with two housemates. I used to live with Louis and Jackman for about a year. Um, and we all had a house together, and that was sick. That was a good time. But then Louis was starting to travel a lot more because like the restrictions ended, and he was away. He was about to go away for like 4 months, so it wasn't really worth it for him to like pay rent somewhere when he could save money and live with his parents. So
Yep.
then they moved out, and right now I'm living with two housemates in like the sort of outskirts of the city, and
Cool.
it's a dope spot. Yeah.
What are you
And
doing
then we
for work?
for work right now, I'm just kind of working, doing a lot of filming stuff, and then I work at a cafe as well, which is
Nice.
cool.
That is cool.
And yeah, just a lot of filming stuff, lots of like live concerts. And then my friend's been like getting me into it because he's our mate Merle's a BMXer, and he directs a lot of music videos. And then he's
Sick.
been hooking it up for me, like getting me on set, doing stuff like that.
Awesome. So
Which
you're on a full blown like production.
yeah, not like huge productions, but like yeah, with like a crew and stuff. That's
Yeah.
sick.
So I had to learn all the jargon, like everybody's different job names, the gaffer, I couldn't even list them all right
Honestly,
now. What do they have you in there? Do they bring you in like you can be a PA and then you're just gonna be everybody's assistant or what? What's your role? Like that's what I like. I want to talk about is like because I learned it's pretty tough to make a living off just making BMX videos. So like
yeah,
transitioning
sure.
into getting more money for making videos is what I want to know about. Like how's that been for you?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. If recently I've been doing well, the first stuff I did, I'd like film behind the scenes on music videos. So I'm not really like doing anything too crazy. I'm just filming everyone doing their jobs. And then because I got a Super 8 camera, people love that. So I was filming a lot of Super 8 stuff for like
Sick.
music
Yeah.
videos. And then also some like stuff just by myself. Some artists might be like, hey, I just want to film a little visualizer. So a short music video just with like a Super 8 camera. So I'll just
Cool.
do that by myself.
That's
And
awesome. What do you charge for
yeah,
that?
well, normally it'd be like $500 maybe,
Yeah.
which my friend he told me no one would do it for those rates, so I've probably got to charge more, but I'm pretty happy with that for now.
Yeah. Especially in the beginning, like 500 for a day of work is perfect. Is it?
Yeah, no,
Uh,
chill.
it's so good. I've always wanted to get a Super 8, but it's just like one of those things like I've never did it. I hear it's super expensive to
Yeah,
like process and stuff.
it is. Yeah, it'd be like $100 a roll to get it processed. So
Yeah.
yeah, for like 3 minutes of footage.
Yeah, better make that B-roll worth it, dude.
Yeah, honestly.
But that sounds like it's perfect because you've been practicing filming behind the scenes BMX B-roll forever, and now you're on set doing the same thing. That's bringing the vibes.
Yeah, and it's like you kind of edit it the same too. Like with a cool song, you just edit it to the beat. Like it
Yep,
feels very similar.
I love that. And then what are you doing at the cafe? How is that like just serving
Yeah.
coffee or what are you doing?
No, well, it's like a little Vietnamese restaurant, and I'm just like helping out in the kitchen, serving customers and stuff. And
Sick.
it's chill. I haven't actually worked there for a little bit because I was in Melbourne like for a week ago, filming a little music thing, which was like the first time I've been flown somewhere to film music. So that was really cool.
That's very cool.
I just haven't worked there for a week and a half, but I gotta get back there.
You guys show back up. Hey, do I still have a job here?
Yeah, pretty much. What kind of video stuff do you do there?
Uh, I wound up so like I lived in Orlando for a summer working for Sabrosa. I had worked for them for a couple of years, and then they were like, you need to come like be in office. And then I was like, okay. And I sold my car. I moved out there, and I ended up just being miserable out there. And I was like, okay, I gotta go home. And you don't make that much, so I was like, after 4 years of doing it, I was in super tax problems. Like I didn't understand what a 1099 was, and I like just didn't pay my taxes for 4 years. And so that added up. And then I was like, okay, like let's, I should probably take care of my life, because so Uncle Sam's gonna come take all my money and put me in jail. I was so scared. I moved back in with my parents, and I found another job. So I was doing two things. I was basically editing for Sabrosa and doing like random trips here and there, and also working for a guy that's in the real estate world. And
Yeah.
he's like a real estate coach. And I hit him up like, hey, can I film a house or something for you? And he's like, what do you want, full time or part time? He's super intense. And I was like,
Yeah.
anything, man. And he's like, come in, we'll talk tomorrow. And so I went in and I just told him what I'm good at and what I can do. And I ended up like working for that dude for like 4 years, and grew from like 500 a week up to like a grand a week, I think, which
Yo.
is not bad at all. And I was basically managing his podcast and creating YouTube videos and social media stuff. And yeah, it that ran its course. But through him, I made a bunch of connections in this real estate world and listing videos. So like, you know what I'm talking about with listing videos, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when a house is for sale, just a walkthrough video, wide angle on a gimbal, edited. That's a little bit fun because you can edit like speed ramps into it and
Yeah.
edit to the beat of the
Get a little
song.
creative.
Yeah, that's a little bit fun. It gets pretty repetitive because it's the same like order of clips because you want it to make sense. Like front door, living room, kitchen, bedroom.
Yeah. Wide shot, then come in.
But
Yeah.
that's a good hustle. It's a good, you can charge anywhere from 300 to 1500, 2 grand, depending on like how big of a house it is. That's a cool little hustle. And then for the past 3 years, I've been working with these guys that are investors and coaches, and just creating content for them. I help them start their YouTube channel, and they helped me learn what I'm actually like my they call it superpower, is just
Yeah.
being a director. So like everybody can, or a lot of people can set up a camera, but the real value that they see in me is me being able to tell them what to say, or me being able to take a wild
Yeah.
idea and bring it to like tangible reality. Like one dude was like, I want to be a genie, like Kazam. And I was like, okay. Hold on, and I ended up I pulled it off. I just used like some color correction. I had him take his shirt off and put a genie hat on, and then I keyed out, or not keyed, it's like changing, basically just replace color. So I changed
Yeah.
skin tones to just turn blue, and it looked legit, and it blew up like in their investing world. Like that's his whole brand now. He's the wholesale genie. It's kind of
Really?
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
sick. That's awesome that you
Yeah.
like created that for him.
It's so fun. And he's a comedian, so like we do funny skits, and I'm just constantly like I mic him up at a party and film him vertical so that I can have content to put on reels. Basically, there's I was just talking to Benthian about this. Like the money is in just providing value to people who have money to spend on their content. So like there's a lot of people who have money but don't have any online presence, and so you fill the gap by helping them, blow up their
Yeah.
Instagram. And like I just did a gig last Saturday morning where I charged $500 just to shoot, no editing, and I shot and directed 32 different reels in an hour and a half. So like
Far out. That's
32,
deep.
32 is a lot. So like, it's just bang, bang, bang. I'm telling him, putting myself in the shoes of like what his potential audience is and what they want to know, and telling him what tips to say and where to stand and what clothes to wear and stuff like that. And yeah, that's my evolution at this point. At one point, I was grinding doing vlogs, which I wouldn't
Yeah.
recommend. I was doing vlogs for this investor, and I would wake up at 4:30, drive an hour to meet him at the gym at 5:30 to get B-roll at the
Far out.
gym, and
That's
then
ridiculous.
yeah, it was ridiculous.
Do you get paid for just following him around all day, or like?
I would fully follow him around from 5 a.m. until 4 p.m. We'd wrap shooting, and then I'd edit it and upload it to his YouTube by 7 p.m. that night. And
Far out.
for $200, I was grinding, dude. It was
That's a full-time hustle.
yeah,
Oh
it
my
really
God.
was. It was exhausting, but it turned out to be worth it because the networking. Through following
Yeah.
him around, I met people that I'm still very close with now, like Pace and Jamil, and it's such a trip to think back on. But yeah, I've done a bunch of everything. I shot last year. They were just like, okay, we need to Okay, so first of all, Payson, Jamil, and Rahima, these are the three main people that I work with. They have a
Yep.
TV show, and it airs on A&E. And the company that I was working for was like, we need a commercial for our product to run on TV, and let's start pricing out what a production costs. So they're like getting quotes from local TV production type things, and it's like 25 grand, 30 grand, and I was like, I think I could take a crack at it.
Yeah,
and
it's
I
sick.
yeah, and I pulled together a skeleton crew with like a budget of 3 grand and paid their day rates, like a lighting guy, a sound guy, and then I think that's basically it. And then I had an assistant, and I had to ask them like, and I acted as the cam operator and
Yep.
director at the same time, and I had to ask the gaffer like, all right, so what do I say? He's like, you say sound, and then the sound guy says speed. I said, okay, sound, speed, okay. And then I honestly
That's
still
so
forget what
funny.
you're supposed to say, but I did it. It turned out good, and it's currently airing on A&E. Like I have a TV
Oh,
credit.
sick. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so stoked on that. That's a
It's
cool,
cool. Like,
scary opportunity. I
yeah,
was
like different.
shaking. I was so nervous, dude.
That's sick though. The like progression from just like filming BMX videos, and then like you get to work with these like real estate people, investors, and then like directing stuff for A&E. Like
Yeah,
it's sick.
unreal. And they all like the cool factor that I come from, like they call it an extreme sport, that you come from a
Yeah,
really cool, we're cool because we film BMX, and I think they like having that, like that's the newest accessory of all these rich people is you got to have a camera guy. And so like
yeah.
all the influencers have their own personal camera guys, and I'm the
It's fun
coolest
for
one, dude. I'm the coolest one.
That's it.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It was a thrill. I was living with my parents, so I had the safety net of like being able to not be scared and try and run my business, and I did
Yeah,
good. I learned a lot in the first year of doing it like freelance and becoming a LLC and all the tax structure and all this stuff.
yeah.
It was learning, but happy to report I'm in no longer in IRS debt, and
Fuck yeah. There we
yeah,
go.
we're living good.
Are you
Living
doing
good.
just freelance stuff?
No, I'm on salary with this guy, Jamil,
Oh,
and
sick. Yeah.
yeah, we're exclusive, and he's cool with me doing side work, but he keeps
Mm,
me plenty busy, like
yeah.
posting on his socials multiple times a day, shooting photos and video, organizing everything. We have a team of like 2 editors and a YouTube manager in the Philippines that we coordinate with, an assistant, and it's a whole squad. And we're trying to grow and help him scale to just be able to affect more people. He's making it's legit too, because I'm sure you've seen gurus on the internet, and a lot of them are
Yeah.
like full of shit, dude. They're like,
Yeah.
you know, charlatans. But these guys, like, I was very skeptical for the first like couple months of hanging out with them and seeing what they do, but they've built
Yeah.
they're legit as you can possibly be. They really care about their students, and they're helping people get rich, dude. It's crazy. This one
That's
couple
it.
joined Jamil's program, I don't know, a year ago, and then got their first wholesale deal within. Do you know what wholesaling is? Real estate.
No, not really.
So wholesaling real estate is calling around, finding somebody who owns a house who wants to get rid of it for cheap,
Yeah.
and you put
Oh,
it,
gotcha.
and you get them to agree to sell to you for X amount of dollars, and then you don't even have to have the money. You just get the contract. And so once they sign that contract, you go and you sell that contract to a buyer for a markup, so you can make 10 grand on one deal if you find somebody who's in distress. And
Yeah.
so this couple, I shot a commercial with them because they made $500,000 in the first year of doing this. Like, I'm just like,
All right.
word.
That's crazy.
Like, what are we doing making videos, man? We need to do wholesale real estate.
Yeah, you get exposed to that though, because then you'd learn how to do it and all that
Yeah,
stuff, like just
I
from making videos.
I've been real estate adjacent now for like 6 years, and I've learned a lot, but I haven't done shit. I haven't taken a single action towards it.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's in the future. I want to do some stuff with it. You follow Sauce? You see him? He's
Yeah,
got
I was gonna bring him up. Like it's a little
yeah,
bit similar, like how Source is doing a lot of real estate stuff
yeah,
and like started making videos for him, and now I don't know exactly what he does, but it looks like he's like flipping houses pretty much.
yep. He flips them. He like there's all kinds of it's like a whole range of things you can do with it. And Sauce just went. Sauce has that like entrepreneur flipper in him. He was doing it with cars and stuff prior to
Yeah,
this.
cameras and
we were
everything.
talking, I think it was like 2 years ago, and he's like, I'm hustling, I'm grinding, I'm gonna get my first deal soon. Where are you at, Bobby? You gonna do it? Because he knows I'm around these people. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
sure, I'll do it sometime. And then, it took him 3 or 4 months, but his first deal, he split with somebody, and he got to take home $40,000 on his first deal. And I was just like,
Oh, that's awesome.
damn, dude, I should I should have been grinding with you, dude. But there's plenty of time.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
the opportunity will pop up
Yeah.
100%.
What does your future look like? Do you
Me?
care? Yeah. What are
Yeah.
you working on? What you doing?
Well, I was at uni for a bit. Like, I'm still actually enrolled, but I took this semester off because I went to Melbourne for a week, and I was like thinking of maybe going to. Well, I was gonna try go to Japan with Louis for X Games,
Sick.
but when it came closer to the date, it was like, nah, like they're not letting in any tourists. You can't really get a working visa, and even the trip for Louis and all the riders, pretty much, they weren't allowed out of the hotel sort of precinct. Like,
Damn.
he said, like, they were sitting in an area of the car park, and they were like, no, you can't sit there, like you got to go back into the hotel. And so it was pretty locked down for them. But other than that, I just want to like keep getting more filming jobs. I wouldn't mind getting like a casual job at a production company. I reckon that'd be
Yeah.
sick to
Yeah. You
keep
say
learning stuff,
casual
because
job or a cashing job?
casual
Casual.
or full
Yeah.
time, I'm down for that too.
Yeah. I was like, what is caching? That would be like intake of footage and organization. Are you organized? Like when you get home from a day of filming, what's it like? You drag them and name them all right then and there? How's your
Yeah, no,
organization?
I'm fairly organized with that. Like, I have all the folders in my computer with like naming, like, say if we go out, Louis does a feeble bar, I'll name the folder like Lou feeble bar, and then import
Yep.
all the footage. Yeah.
Do you put the name of the spot in the clip too?
Sometimes it depends. Yeah, like if we've got a lot of feeble bars, I'll be like feeble bar Redfern, like say the
Yeah,
suburb or
yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
exactly. It's interesting to see that from other filmers because I figured for the DVDs, I'll do the name of the project and then the name of the writer, the name of
Mm.
the spot, and then the trick. So like every clip for Mediocre 2 is MAB2 space Troy space,
Yep.
Phoenix turn down or whatever, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
interesting how people do it and
Mm.
just the whole game of that. Like I got a little taste of, I worked with a guy who worked at a production house and he showed me his like file organization and all the folders and stuff, dude. And I was like, whoa. So like under each, day of a shoot, he has like 6 folders. Assets, meaning like logos and songs
Yep.
or whatever, and then audio, songs and vocals. There's a folder for footage. There's a folder for something else. There's a folder for the project, and there's a folder for
Yep.
what you export. And I was like, dang, that's pretty intricate stuff there, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy seeing other people's workflows, like how they ingest the footage, even seeing how other people edit. Like, I was at my friend's house the other day, the guy who I was saying gets me all the music jobs, Merly, and just like watching how he edits, like, because you'll do, say, like 5 full takes of the song in like one location and 5
Right.
in another location, and then he just like creates like 20 timelines, just puts like the full take on each over each song, then cuts up each little bit. And I was like, damn, like I would
Huh.
not have like that, but that is way better.
Yeah, that's interesting. I remember I edited a music video and I just stacked them all the whole song, just one song track, and then I just stacked them all and like chipped away at it like it was like a statue, just
Yeah,
like cut there. And if I wanted the first track to be seen, I'd have to cut all the ones above it, and then it's
that's
music
funny you
video
said.
editing is interesting.
Yeah, because my friend, he's like, yeah, the other way people do it, they'll like stack it all on top of each other, but like I like doing it this way. So it's funny that you said you
Yeah,
stacked them on top.
it's interesting, dude. What's the hardest editing shit that you've done?
um
Have you gotten deep into After Effects at all? Or
yeah,
what do you
not
edit on?
much. I do, yeah, Premiere Pro and After Effects. But some of the music stuff, like the actual editing, cutting it's fine, but like I wish I knew how to color correct better. Like,
Yeah.
there's grades that you see some people do, man, it looks so good,
Yeah.
but I just can't Haven't quite got there yet.
Yeah. I think so I feel the same way. And I think part of that is just because it's somebody else's shit that you're like, oh, that's so good. But if you do it, you don't like it as much because it's yours, you know? And
Yeah.
then there's some real nerdy shit about color grading. Like it's, especially if you shoot in like a flat picture profile,
Yeah,
then
like the log.
then
Yeah.
you do the Rec 709, and then you go from there, and like highlights, you put some blues, and the low lights, you put the oranges, or vice versa. I don't even know what the proper thing is, dude. And it's just like infinite. And then that's a profession. Like people get paid a lot of money
Yeah.
to have
That's
this crazy big monitor that's like super color accurate, and then they're looking at these graphs on one side of the screen while they're
Yeah,
adjusting
the
just the
lumetri stuff.
slightest
Yeah.
shit, dude. And it's so crazy.
Crazy, eh? Yeah,
Yeah.
like legit. For some of the music video stuff, my friends like, yeah, like I've got the timeline, but now we're sending it off to a grader to like fix up the colors, and like the color grader will do 3 drafts, and they're like, nah, we want like this changed, and like, yeah, it's just a
It's
lot more goes
it's
into it than I
trippy,
realized.
dude. Man, and yeah, that's something that like I can get by. I can like fake it well enough to, collect the check, but I don't understand it. I don't understand color grading that much. And I think,
Yeah.
yeah, you have to acknowledge that, like, you have to know enough to know that you don't know everything. I think at one point I might have been cocky and been like, yeah, I know how to color grade, but it's like, you don't know how to color grade, dude. You really don't.
Same, I'm the exact same. I'm like, yeah, like I can change the temperature balance, like fix up the contrast a bit, but like, nah,
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
Well, if it means anything, this latest Lou video, its colors looked amazing.
Thank you.
Looked
Yeah, a lot of that was
fantastic.
just in camera, and then maybe I'd change colors a little bit if it didn't look good. But yeah,
I like the
kept,
look when you I'm not sure if you've done it, but crushing the blacks in general. I like some good crushed blacks. Let's see.
yeah.
Now I'm looking at my little list of questions I wrote down for you that aren't that. So we talked about how you got your music.
Yeah.
We talked about gear check. What do you think makes a good video in BMX?
Good video. Well, obviously, as a filmer, when I watch a video, I obviously want some good filming. Like, if I watch a video and the filming sucks, it's just like,
Pretty rough, dude. Yeah.
good writing, like pro writers, it's just like, just doesn't hit the same. It's just
Yeah.
like, could have
For
been
real.
better.
Facts.
Yeah. And then some good, a good song always changes it. Like the other day, I was watching a video with my friend, and I'm like, damn, this is sick, but the song is trash. But whatever you like, I guess. Like some people would listen to watch my videos with the house music and not be into that. But so I like good music, good filming.
Yep.
I like something a bit more than just writing. Like put some funny B-roll in there, make it
Yeah,
fun to watch.
for sure. Like Baker. Baker
Yeah,
did a good job of that, you know?
legit. That was pretty much like one of the inspirations growing up. We'd watch Bacon Destroy, just the intro to that, and
Yeah.
it was like big money, big cars. Like
Yep.
who the fuck do you think we are? That was kind of like comparable to the Deadline intro, sort of like similar sort of vibe to the song,
Yes. So
similar
far.
sort of like editing. Like it was sick.
What do you think is the greatest BMX video? Just as you say, Deadline. Deadline's
Yeah,
pretty much the best.
yeah. That'd definitely be the first thing that came to mind. Deadline, like it's just iconic. Some good web parts too, like Stevie's OSS video, that was sick.
Yep.
Some of Garrett's Red Bull video, like the might have been 2015 or 2016. The Red Bull part, like Morris fiending part,
Yep.
it's hectic.
The bar is set so high, dude. Like
Mm.
to try and, in this day and age, try and make an impact and be a top dog in BMX. Like, whew, good luck, man.
It's ridiculous.
Random, not related to that, but how long did it take? The bar spin to rail ride stuck out to me, and the bar spin to Smith. Like those are two things you don't really see that often. Were those a struggle for him, or?
Yeah,
what?
the Boston Rail Ride. We've actually been to a bunch of spots with him trying to do it. He called out some gnarly rails trying to do a Boston Rail Ride. Like a couple years ago, he might go to like a 10-stair rail, and Louis like, "Fuck, I'd love to Boston Rail Ride this." He's like looking at it. He's just like, "There's no way. Like, I'm not doing that." But that one Boston Rail Ride, that was a sick session. Like that was in like Brisbane, and we're with Boyd, Jackman, me, a couple other friends, and like he's doing bar pegs, bar pegs, bar pegs, maybe like,
Okay.
and then did the bar ray ride, and it's crazy because it didn't make a noise. Like normally you hear the peg slap, but it was
Yeah.
just like silent. It was just,
Beautiful.
and everyone's like, ah.
It's unreal. It doesn't look real. It looks insanely difficult. Dude, you know what? Would you be down to watch it and pause it
Yeah,
and
yeah, let's do it.
let's do that. Let's see. Share screen. Let's share not my emails. Oops. I'll have my editors cut out this part.
All right,
Just kidding. That's me. I'm the editor.
my team.
Yeah, I'll pass this off to my team. That would be so nice. It's really nice for work that I get to have a team. Okay, here we go. Song video of the year. Alrighty.
All right, let's go. Man, this spot's iconic. The rocks rail, like,
Yeah, so
so many.
this is the same spot that he threes and does everything, right? This
Yep,
is
there's
okay.
like bar manual hop over.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And Garrett did a T-bog over it in like the Sydney Fiend video that came out a few years ago.
Sick.
Mhm. He actually 180'd it too, but we didn't use that. But that's a sick clip.
Yeah, that's very sick. Is this all on the same day or just different sessions? So this is downtown Sydney?
Yep, yep.
Okay.
All mostly different days. Yeah, man, that's a sick one.
I love that one. It's like a new take on that very trendy
Yeah,
grind.
that's the thing. Louis does the trendy tricks, but
He does them right.
does it better.
Yep. This I was showing a homie and like I had to like remind him like, hey, that's an opposite bar spin. You know, that's a
Yeah.
regular ice over a gap opposite bar. Like this feels like a clip that Lewis might be like, yeah, he's not too excited about.
Yeah, well, I mean, this was in Melbourne, and we were just riding around all day. We hadn't filmed anything, and it was like kind of late afternoon, and like obviously we're on a trip, so Louis like, fuck, I want to do something, and we
Nice.
didn't know where this spot was, and we're looking for it, and kind of like getting down on it. He did an ice T-bog, and he's like, nah, I reckon I can do an ice switch bar,
Sick.
and like did it next go, and we're pretty hyped on it. Just like the toss on the switch bar looks sick.
So good, yeah. It just compared to everything else that's in the video,
yeah,
you know.
for sure.
It's a pretty cool spot too.
It's a cool gap.
So like it's when you say you were looking for the spot, like you saw it in a skate video or another BMX video or what?
Yeah, Louis said he saw it in a skate video, and he's like, I know it's around here. We're like doing laps. This is at like a museum. He's like,
Nice.
I know it's around here, and like we're doing laps around the museum, try to find it.
That's sick,
and then we ended up running into it. That's an iconic spot at Martin Place, like the big 3 blocks just to his left. Like you can see it in the background there.
Yeah, hold on, let's go back because this it seems like it's near where the 3 flat 3 flat 3 is.
Yeah.
Is that similar right here?
Yeah, it's just a bit further up. Yeah, just there on the left.
That's wild. Dude, I want to cruise around Sydney, man. That's
come through.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. That's amazing.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Is that Sydney as well, or in the outskirts or something?
I was in Melbourne, and that was the same trip. We were there with Jimmy. He was showing us around, and like the running for this sucked because it's only like a few meters, because there's a stairs going up on the other side, so it was kind of like an A-frame sort of.
Yeah.
So we had to carve in real quick, and like to do a bar smith onto a down ledge, pretty.
Yeah, just a bar smith.
Scary.
Pretty incredible. I'd be stoked. So right there, I thought about, yeah, that's a super sick one. But he didn't land the first one, or did he?
The first one, well, the second one was the one that we took, and then he's like, oh, it'd be sick to get a second angle. And I was gonna get like a long lens second angle. Louis like, no, let's do a fisheye second angle.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, yeah, let's film one from the back, and then that was how that cut came.
I love that. Yeah, that's one thing when I first watched it, I was like, oh, I got you. It's so good though. And you're on a skateboard here?
Yeah.
I love that line. And this is
Yeah, I
the
like
one where
that
he's
too.
like, not, I can't believe he was not stoked on that clip. That's amazing.
I know we were all trying to
Yeah.
convince him otherwise.
Yeah.
But no, I think he likes him now.
Yep.
That was rough.
The lens hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the clip where I was like, he takes the trendy clip or trendy trick and then just makes it clean and the coolest, you know?
Like 3 levels up. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, makes that look easy. That's not easy. And then that too, dude. That is not easy at all. None of this shit is easy, man. It's incredible.
No way.
I love the crossover in that and the framing.
Yeah, at first I didn't like it, but now I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool, like cutting in real fast.
Yes. The crossover is a good look.
Mm.
That's fire. Whew, let's talk about that one. That doesn't look like Australia, but that's Australia.
The Ice 180?
This.
Oh, the
Yeah.
180 bar slider. Yeah, nah.
That's a California. This is an Ennis clip, yeah?
Yep. All the
Ah,
American clips are Ennis, and this is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I was there for some of this.
Woo.
A lot of people said that's their favorite clip, the 180 bar.
Yeah. And this is just amazing.
Yeah.
Locked in.
Cool.
Is that we got you up here?
Yeah, I'm up there with a
Okay.
skateboard. Then our homie Josh is here filming.
Sick.
The second angle.
Australia feels like it's just designed to be a skate park. Like everything just looks fun, dude.
This was in Canberra at ACT Jam. Like, I don't know if you've heard of ACT Jam, but it's this, they have like a 3-day sort of jam at a bunch of different locations around Canberra. And a lot of people come down for it. Like one year the Odyssey team came down, like there was Brock Rayford, Tom Dugan, a few other guys, but it's just like a sick jam. And we were staying at like accommodation at the uni, which was where this spot is. And we we're just riding around one day and ended up getting this.
You're just riding around and he does this line, dude?
Pretty much.
Jesus Christ. I need some warning, man. That's so good. This is just a monstrous feeble in the like.
Yeah.
Unreal. That's a banger clip for everybody else's video. That's so good.
It's heavy. I like that all the footage is just kind of us like riding around in the city, and these are just the spots that we sort of came up to.
Yeah,
well,
for real.
not,
Except for this, because this is
America.
California, right? Or maybe not Cali, but that's America, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it's San Fran.
Yeah, I've never been there, but
man, it looks sick.
Casual switch. What's your opinion on that? On calling shit switch or opposite? You got a strong opinion on it?
I mean, I just call it like I use like switch and opposite like interchangeably. Be like, oh, like switch 180 bar.
Same. There's some real sticklers out there, like grammar Nazis. They're like, no, not opposite, dude. It's switch. Switch means switching your feet. Opposite is the opposite side, dude. It's like, shut up.
I have heard that. Yeah, I'm like, oh, whatever.
And that's just nice and beautifully long.
Yeah, that's gnarly. Man, that was a clip. The kinker before, that was one that he wasn't really happy with. He wanted to do something out of it. The long pegs kinker.
Yeah. I almost like that he didn't, because it's just like it makes you respect like how crazy of a grind that is to stay on a rail that long with kinks is unreal. Same thing with this, like just to be able to grind from over here to over here is unreal. And then what he does is just okay, cool.
Yeah, that was a cool clip. He didn't know whether to do like pegs ice bar or pegs bar ice.
This is pegs hard bar or pegs bar ice. So like just go faster and then hard 180 bar to flat.
No, pegs ice bar.
Oh, got you. I think the bar ice is a good choice.
Yeah,
so he's got the best trick choices. Because like I feel like he can do anything and everything he wants to. So like he gets to
legit. So he's got to pick something that's like, this is gonna be the best. Yeah.
I was talking to somebody, Daryl maybe, about like I was talking about this video and Lewis and just how it's like you take your paint from your what's the thing called that you hold in your hand that you have all the paint on?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, like a little tray.
And then you it's a little tray. So you take your little bar spin and your double peg and just paint it on your clip, you know?
That's funny. We kind of use the same analogy when we talk about riding and like choosing the tricks and the spots, like like a painting sort of analogy. Like picking the spots, picking the tricks, like the
Yeah,
way it's filmed, you know,
it's
it all adds to it.
it for really does, dude. Is there a particular clip that you're most proud of the way you filmed it in this? Like
Um,
I always get there's some clips where I'm like, oh,
yeah,
I
yeah, for
filmed that
sure.
perfectly, you know? Like
Hmm. I
we'll
like
keep
this
going.
line, how it's
Yeah.
fast actually. This nose 180 bar.
Yep.
This was one of the earlier clips we filmed.
I love that
And
you
you
ramp that.
Harbor Bridge on the left, Opera House on the right.
Say that again. Oh yeah, damn. Look at that.
Yeah.
Just in the city.
Hmm. That was something that we Louis like, I don't want to ride at schools anymore. Like I don't like the way they look on camera. Like I just want to ride around the city.
I respect that. That's cool. That hit on the beat. Just
The nose 180.
casual barsmith whip. That's so
Man,
fucked too.
this clip I was kind of bummed about how I filmed it actually, because when he does the whip, I'm like kind of chopped it. And the ones
Oh
before,
yeah, the Smith whip.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Ones before that, I filmed it so much better.
yeah. That's always how it happens too. Like you got it dialed in, and it takes them a while, and then all of a sudden, the one that they land, it's like he's jerked up a little bit. But
Yeah,
technically, I see what you're saying. I was gonna say technically it's
yeah,
all inbounds, but dude, I bet between if it wasn't, nobody knows except for
yeah.
people who film. You know, maybe even then, I didn't notice it the first time. Let's see.
Louis knew I was bummed on it though. When he saw the clip, he's like, "Oh, you don't like that, dude."
It's because he knows that was filmed perfectly. Also filmed perfectly.
Yo, thank you. Oh, the gap
Boom.
hanger. Sorry, it's a bit laggy on my end.
Oh snap!
No, it's all right. But just if I'm talking about a clip and it's like a clip
Yeah.
that was like 2 clips ago, that's why.
Okay. Boom.
This was like the earliest clip, the 180 pegs. The ledge line 180 pegs, half cab manual, bar Smith, ice 180. That's probably the earliest clip in the video.
Yeah,
And
he
you
looks.
can tell,
Yeah,
like,
you can tell he's looking younger.
and there's like no tattoos on his arms either.
Yeah, that's interesting. And then just the over. Does he have a regular and opposite side? Because you know how some people can grind on both sides. What's it called? Ambidextrously. Like
Yep, yep,
Nick Bonnell from here.
yep.
He learned the switch. He was his. It's fuck-footed is the word. So
Yeah,
you grind prominently on your wrong
like
side
the
or your
back
back
side.
foot. Yeah.
Yep.
And then you end up getting made fun of, and then you learn on the other side. And so now all of a sudden you can do it on both. Like I know Brock Rayford is like that. He can do everything on both sides because of that.
Yeah.
Lewis can do everything every which way. Did he learn? Was he fuck-footed at first too, or no?
Nah, he was pretty good. Like he was always telling us to do it on like the right side, but he always grinded, like did everything the right way. Like grinding on the front foot side, spinning like into your back foot, you know.
Yeah.
And he would always tell us like, Ben, you spin the wrong way. Like you got to fix that up now. Like it'll be so much better later on. But
I love that, dude.
Buck footed.
I feel like he's had the vision. He knew this was coming.
Honestly.
Yeah.
He's looking 5 years ahead.
That's beautiful.
That was cool. The like nose slide 180.
Yeah, for real. I rewinded it the first time I watched it. I was like, that's sick. I don't think I've really seen that before. Like a nose, tire slide.
Yeah, like it's not like a nose manual, like it's actually skidding across.
Yep.
Kind of like a tire slide.
I love a good just bunny hop gap like that, dude. That's a good clip.
Yeah, the big hill bomb.
And then there you go. That's a fun one. That's that fun B-roll kind of. Just the manual with the turned bars is just like a fun clip, Boom.
Okay, that's a gnarly hill. Like it's hard to do a hill bomb justice on camera.
Yeah, true.
Especially on a bike, it doesn't look as gnarly. Like on a skateboard, it looks a bit gnarlier. Like it sounds gnarly.
100%.
It's a hectic hill.
This is another one that's just like a banger, just in the beginning, Scoof. Was that a struggle at all, or just first tee?
The 180 bar backwards crook.
Yeah. What's that? What's
Yeah,
this?
that was actually in America. That was Ennis.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Gotcha.
not too sure the story behind that, but like he's always wanted to find a rail to do a 180 bar backwards crook. It's just hard to find a perfect rail for it, but I guess California's the spot for it.
Yeah, we're pretty strapped for rail spots. I'm filming with Zach Beerley for a section for Mediocre too, and he's a dude from here, and he's really good at rails. And like, he's like, take me to rail spots, and I'm like, dude, Phoenix is pretty not a rail city. We ain't got many good rails. California is where we gotta go. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this one hurt my heart.
Fuck, that one hurt me as well.
Ouch, my lens. Is this all just
And they,
straight from the camera? Or did you color this to look
yeah,
green?
I didn't change the colors at all. It just went blue.
Yeah, it fucked up.
I don't know what happened.
And then it pops back in the greens there. I kind of liked it. I was like, I wonder if that's what caused, I don't know, just out of focus green. It was probably pointing at the sky or something. I'd liked
Yeah.
it. It's a good clip to add in there. So what happened? Did you just put it back on and keep going?
Yeah, I did. But the front of my camera is fucked now. Like I have to like on the HMC it's got like the focus ring at the front, and the whole front of that came off. So right now it's like I have like duct tape or electrical tape on it to tape it all together. And then the fisheye still screws on fine, like the lens thread's fine. But yeah,
but the barrel, it's the barrel that I'm trying to think. Like, there's one of these.
Yeah, I mean it's like the same sort of setup to the VX, how it's got the focus ring at the front.
Yeah, one thing I ended up having to, I taped it for a while, and then my fisheye would go on, but you can only see the VIG from one corner because the barrel was just cockeyed, you know? Like,
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I need to get insurance for my cameras.
Yeah, for real.
I've been talking about that.
This is the clip. This is the clip I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, here we go.
You're just like, is that your filmer down there? Oh shit! You got to put it out for the world. The one where he's ends up in a handstand. You know.
I will. Now I've called it out. We'll do like a rough cut or like B-side sort of edit with all the outtakes.
Sick.
This clip,
it's a monster of a line, dude.
Yeah, this was like the last clip we filmed. This was a couple days before the premiere.
Oh,
and
no
Louis
shit.
was like, "Oh, you reckon we can put that in there? Like, you reckon we can put that in there?" I was like, "Yeah, for sure."
So cool. When you say premiere, are you talking about just the online premiere? Did you guys have a party and get everybody out to come watch this?
Party. And it was like our first time doing it at like a little bar where anyone could come. And it was cool. Louis just went to this bar one night and he starts talking to the guy there, the owner, Mark, and they're getting along real well, talking about BMX and stuff. And then he's like, "Oh, like have the premiere here, like you can do it like for free." And on the night he's giving out everyone free drinks. Like he's like, "All right, everything's free until I feel like charging for it." And he's giving out free food. Like at the end of the night he had like 9 chicken schnitzels and he's like, "Whoever wants one, like take it, like it's chill, whatever."
That's what's up. Shout out to Mark, dude. That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah. And his life story is crazy. He's just some of the stuff he's telling us. He's like, "Yeah, my mate's coming here like in a couple nights." And his name's John Kellick, I think. And he was the first guy to ever break out of a Sydney prison. And his girlfriend went on a scenic helicopter ride. And she gets a gun and holds up the helicopter driver and's like, "All right, you got to fly to the prison." And we're like picking up my boyfriend. They fly the helicopter to the prison and pick him up, and then they're on the run for 45 days. Like they made it out.
Holy shit, dude. What?
And then he went back to jail for like 15 years, but he's out now. God. That's like the first and only time that's ever happened in Sydney.
Yeah, that's a movie. Oh my God.
I don't know. You can look it up after. There's like a bunch of YouTube clips on it. But
talk about a ride or die girlfriend, dude. Are you kidding me? You just Grand Theft Auto'd a helicopter to go get your boyfriend out of jail.
And I don't know how they got away for 45 days. Like,
for real.
There's other helicopters following that helicopter or something. I don't know.
Unreal, dude. That's amazing. All right.
Fuck, I wasn't here for this. The big pegs, that was in California, but he had some huge slams.
This clip is like, I think, well, nothing's looked over. Everything in it is amazing. But to jump down a 8 stair, right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
8 stair to manual, and then this crazy gap pegs.
When I was initially talking to Louis, and he's like, "What do you think should be the ender?" This was like maybe 4 months ago. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm really stoked on this clip I did in America, this manual gap pegs." So like, really hyped on this.
That's unreal. And it's also cool that there's no second angle because it's like you just appreciate it for what it is. Was this a struggle or is this America?
The wall ride manual 80 bar.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was actually. It was hard for him to like pull up to get the manual off the wall ride. Like it's just a
I
lot of
believe it.
impact and he's at a weird angle.
Yeah.
It's a kind of busy road too, so we had to wait a lot for a gap in the traffic. So that was
And your
yeah, that was
cars are all on the wrong side of the road and shit, dude. That can get confusing.
driving on the left side.
Sketchiest bar, but fuck it. Yep. And then here's Ben ASMR.
Yep.
Ah.
Oh fucking hell. That was bad to watch though.
Yeah, dude. It's so I get scared. So do you get scared like when you're about
Yeah.
to film something like this? Like this is terrifying. It's
This
relatively
was
safe because of the grass, but like still, not really.
without the grass, it'd be fucked.
Yeah.
But a skater actually did this. Jack O'Grady, Sydney skater, he did like 50 to 50, and that got the cover of Thrasher like would have been 6 months ago maybe. And then we got the address for the spot and went there and tried to do the rail ride, and like I don't know, it's just gnarly
So
spot.
gnarly. And Matt, that would have been the banger if you got the railroad. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the plan. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why it's kind of like not in with the music because it's not exactly it, but it still needs to be in the video. Is that the
Yeah.
logic?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I didn't know where to put it, and I think it works well with the heavy crashes as well.
Yeah, for sure.
I
Ugh.
kind of like as well, like because everything so far has just been like a land, you know.
Yep.
So you kind of expect him to just land everything, but then there's these heavy crashes, and then when it comes into like the banger section next, it's kind of like I don't know what's gonna happen. Like he could
Yeah.
slam really hard because we've seen these other crashes.
I like the way you're thinking. That's great, dude. You got me. When I was watching it, you put us through an experience, you know? You get like, okay, the crashes are
Puts it a
coming.
bit
It's
more on
time
the
for the
head.
fun B-roll and the video to be over. And
Yeah.
nope. Here we go, dude. I'm like turning the music down as if like I care about copyright.
This is cool. This is at Martin Place, like just a bit further up from the 3 flat 3.
Yeah,
I love the people walking in the background as well.
for real. Just the buzz of the city. Yeah, like
Yeah.
these broads are on their lunch break, you know?
Yeah.
They're just
Lewis
doing
does a
something.
540 down the set.
Yeah. Oh. Does it bother you the way that filming in or like when you slow-mo a clip, the lights flicker?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
It's
But
always
it's like,
annoying, like,
what can you do about it, you know?
yeah. And yeah, you don't want to be the guy that's like, nah, it looks bad. And like, or it'll already look bad. You'll be like, all right, like 2 more tries, and like it's too dark. And then they'll land it on that second try when it's like pretty much too dark.
Yeah.
But you know, it's whatever.
Yeah, it is whatever for sure. It's the least important thing is lights flickering in the background. Oh, art. I love that you cut him midair as he's hopping off the bike. Perfect cut. And then this is just bang, bang, bang. Here we go. Oh, fuck, that's so big, dude.
It's huge.
Sheesh. And it doesn't seem like a bar height hop. It seems like almost over bar. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it's big. It's big for sure.
That's
And the stair set's really long. Like I think it's like I don't know how many stairs, maybe like 18, and then he's like an extra like 6 stairs higher than that.
Yeah, 17 stairs is what I just counted. That's so big, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorites. Oh.
Jesus. Yeah.
That sparks a question on what side do you prefer to film? Like if you're at the top of a stair set and the rider's going to do a 360 down it, which side of like are you going to be on the side where he's spinning away from you, or are you going to be on the side where he's spinning into you? What's your preference?
Normally I'd be on the side where they're spinning into you. So if like Louis spinning left, I'll be on like the left side. Then sometimes if you're at like the bottom of the set, it's cool to be on the other side because then now like the front wheel will come past the camera as they land.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's cool as well.
When I'm at the top, I'm at the opposite. I found that when you film it from the side where they at first are spinning away from you, but then they're coming around to you, it almost like gives the illusion of like more spin than
yeah, for sure. Especially if you're on the opposite side, they'll kind of like carve into the camera a bit and then spin away, and like
Yep.
looks kind of faster as well.
Yeah, that's it. It's so fast. It's just like, whoa, you know? That
Yeah.
which is exactly what these two clips did to me. I was like, whoa, cool.
Yeah, these are sick. Fucking
God, dude, it's so good.
Oh, the 5 cab bar too. Oh, this
I
one's
love
insane.
this. Yep.
This is one of the favorites for sure.
Oh. And then here's the infamous, just casual, dude. Followed by one of the crazier clips in the whole thing.
Oh, bro, it's insane.
That's huge.
Up
Was
like a
he?
20-meter tail
Is
whip.
this so? Like this,
Oh.
for example, I know there's another camera at the bottom. Is this
Yeah.
a planned thing, or is this cruising around the city and he's just in a mood?
Okay, well,
Is that
this
it?
was kind of funny. We were at Martin Place before this, and Louis like, "Oh, I'm gonna three over the rail here at Martin Place," which is like the where he did the 540 down the stairs with the girls in the background.
Yeah.
So he threed over the rail, and I'm like, "Oh, sick! Like, what are you thinking? Like, you wanna truck over the rail, or you wanna like five over it?" And he's like, "Nah, like let's go down to the rocks rail. I want to three over that." And everyone's like, "Fuck yeah! Like, let's do it." And this was kind of hard to film, not to film, but to do the trick, just because it was like kind of peak hour. Like you can see people walking down the bottom,
Yeah.
lots of traffic, and because Louis doing the crank bar before, he's got to like carve across the road. There's a bunch of times he'd do the crank bar, he'd come around and there's a car there, and it's just like,
Damn.
I don't know,
Yeah.
kills the vibe.
Yeah.
But
And it's not an easy trick to put at the beginning of a line too. A crank arm bar,
yeah,
especially on
yeah, he start like
down a
at the
9
start,
stair. You know, like what the fuck. All right, hold
such a
on.
crazy spot for a line.
Oh. He checked the street, make sure we're good. Okay, it's go time.
I love it.
Oh my god. It's like such a hard impact that your front wheel bounces. And yeah, who's the homie down at the bottom right here?
Filming? That's Jimmy.
Jimmy.
I don't know if you know Jimmy, but he's the man. He rides for Animal and S&M,
Sick.
and he has a clip in the outro on the kind of gap to sort of half pipe kind of lead, and goes a fever free. Yeah,
so good.
He's really good.
Yeah, and it looks like Lewis barely missed the traffic on this take. The car turned right there, dude. Did this car like turn and stop? That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I guess it must have.
This one's fucked.
Perfect. Boom.
There it is.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Amazing.
It's crazy filming it because it's like it's not till he's riding away that you're like, oh fuck, he actually did it.
Oh whoa, it just happened, dude. It just happened. Yeah. And then this. Oh man.
That's actually ridiculous. Like, because Boyd switch whipped into that as well. And me and my friends, whenever we'd go there, we'd be like, fuck, I don't know if we'd rather three into it or switch whip into it. Like,
yeah,
rather like be holding onto the bike, doing a three going backwards, or like a switch whip where the bike's not under you. Like,
exactly.
It's a huge spot as well.
Precision. I love the way in the previous video he did something up it and you filmed it from above. I really love that. I think 180 bar, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So good, dude. What is this building? Like what, I guess that's a handicap ramp?
Yeah, well this is this actually goes under the Harbor Bridge, right? So it just takes you, so it's like a tunnel going from one side to the other and over the top's the bridge. And then the ramp is just for like cyclists. Because on this side of the bridge, it's like a long cycle path.
Okay.
So I guess
yeah. So it's for us, dude. This is you're doing.
Legit.
Yeah.
Legit.
Cops come in, you're like, no, dude. This is made for this.
It's
That's
actually
incredible.
Funny, they do
Look
have
your
like
face, dude. You're like, oh, you did it.
That was one of the ones that is scarier to film.
Yeah.
Like most of the time, I'm pretty confident in Louis, but this one, I don't know. It's
100%
like
scary.
Next to it, like little bit over rotated or under rotated.
So you're on the side of the three that I'm talking about. This is where I like how you spin away and he comes around to you. I love that. That's so good.
Wheels like right there.
Yeah, you're pretty close, dude.
I was scared. I'm like, man, if he ejects his bike, it's coming right at me.
Yep, you gonna die.
Honestly.
Filmers are out here risking our lives for this shit. Just kidding. That's unreal. Just a
Yeah, that's a
oh.
big gap.
You're right. Now that you say that, like every clip has so much life in it. All the cars and the people in the background. It's a vibe. That's a vibe. And it's
That's
cool.
what's cool about like New York footage, you know? It's like,
yeah, you feel the life. And I love that you mentioned like he wanted that intentionally. Like
yeah,
what an artist.
those are like the funnest sessions too, just riding around the city for us. Like,
for real.
And, yeah, it's a good vibe. Now this is fucked.
Man, oh man, this is the one that broke the internet and it sparked the controversy. Is it an ice pick or is it a feeble?
It was an ice pick.
I think it's an ice pick. Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to do a double peg, but he was just going too fast, and like, so he landed in ice, and then afterwards he's like, "Is that okay? Like, do I got to do that again?" Like, everyone's like, "No, don't do it again." Like,
please God, no, don't.
Legit though, like you could actually die.
That's so fucked.
This is the one where a film is risking their life. Like Louis coming right.
Oh man.
Oh, that was a scary one.
Amazing. Great song choice too.
Oh, thank you.
All the boys and then the beginning of the vibes right here.
Yeah, the Mariah Carey.
Yeah, for real. Great choice.
Thank you. Yeah, that was Louis.
This is he won in Japan. Is that what this was?
Yeah, the recent one. And we're all watching it. We couldn't believe it.
Vibes.
Yeah. And it's sick with Garrett coming up too.
Yeah, for real. Always fiending. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Man. I was watching it alone in my house, just smiling ear to ear. Just vibes.
That's awesome.
Is that his dad?
Nah, that's our friend's dad, and he's just a legend. Like, just the funniest guy. We'll go to the pub with him and have like a beer or something, and he's just a funny guy to be around.
Sick.
This is our mate Jordan. All the homies now.
That's wait.
This one's Jackman doing.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So where's Jordan?
Jordan's the one that did the roller coaster rail, and he like came out of the little train.
Get out of here. Hold on.
And Jimmy.
At the light rail, the double peg, the bar.
Yep.
Oh damn, dude! I thought that was Lewis. Why did I think that was Lewis? That's sick. Yeah, well, I'm tripping. Hi, Jordan. Awesome.
Yeah, he's a goat.
Yeah, Jackman's a savage too.
Yeah, Jackman killed it. Man, their trip at the moment looks sick. Like they're all in France and stuff for the street station.
Paris.
Yeah.
I love it. And then you guys FaceTime him. That's so sick.
Yeah.
Dude.
It was awesome. Like Louis said, the first thing he thought of after he won, he's like, "Fuck, the boys are gonna be going crazy right now."
Yes. So the world is yours. Is that Lewis's thing?
Yeah. Well, that was just from Scarface. In Scarface in the movie, there's a scene where the blimp goes across and says, "The world is yours." And then Louis did a painting of it, and the painting is on the sticker, on the graphic of his frame. I think it's on the like seat tube sort of sticker. And then
perfect, because like the font is like Scarface themed for his frame, right?
Yeah.
That's perfect.
And then he was like, "Oh, I'd love to do a Scarface painting somewhere." And we're in Melbourne, and for whatever reason we weren't riding. He's like, "Oh, let's go do that painting." So that was sick.
That is sick, dude. I love that. And that's the type of shit where it's just like you have your camera out filming.
Yeah.
I love it.
Good vibes. And I made him that shirt, like where he did the Gap Ice, like "The world is yours" shirt.
You made him that shirt?
Yeah, I did.
What a dear friend you are, dude. That's amazing.
Fuck, this is
crazy.
crazy.
That's so scary.
Mm.
I get scared doing a manual to hop up a curb, dude.
Legit. Or like a manual off a ledge. Like I'm scared I'll jump.
Yeah. Whoo.
Fuck some of these crashes.
Yikes.
Oh.
Unreal. There's Boss Man.
Yo, yep. The bar down Hollywood High.
Yep. Oh, that would be so frustrating. Wait, so this is the 540 from that same line. Did you film it from up top first?
I
Did he
did
do it in the
actually.
line first?
Yeah, no, he did the hard 180 whip beforehand as well. And I was filming it, yeah, from up the top of the stairs. And then I think I showed it back to Louis, and he wasn't totally stoked on it. He's like, "Oh, how about we film it from down the bottom?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, let's do that."
Yeah, I think
And
that's a good call. But it's crazy
yeah,
that he just sessioned the pegs up hard. So
yeah,
crazy. Hey, let's start this line with a pegs hard whip up a 10 stair.
legit. Like, yeah, a lot of people when they see it for the first time, like they think that's the trick, and then like he comes back around with the U-turn.
Yeah, unreal.
That's after he did the bar rail ride. I was still like giving high fives.
Was that
Oh
just
yeah,
a accidental? Like he did 180 feeble. Was he going for the 180 feeble backwards manual thing at this point?
he was I think he'd already done that and he won something else. And then he did the cab whip and he did a line. He did the 180 feeble, fakie cab whip, and then he did bar feeble hard bar.
Huh.
And we're gonna use that trick. And he's like, nah, it's too similar to the bar pegs hard bar.
Yeah.
We'll just like cut. He didn't even want to use this clip really, and I just put it in the outro
Okay.
and he's like, oh, that's sick. Like, yes, keep it
Yeah,
there.
we can work with that.
It's a cool
That's
clip.
cool. I like that because I remember I got scolded at one point, but it was going forwards. Going backwards, it's a different thing. Because
Yeah.
I was Ryan Chadwick was at the local skate park and filming for some vital BMX video, and I wanted to be in it. I was like, okay, can I do a feeble hop up and then 360 off the ledge? And he's like, that's not a trick. That's not a trick, Bob. The feeble to hop up. And but if you're going backwards, it's a different story. That's
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
He doesn't seem like he would be the type to rage out. He seems pretty zen.
No, he's pretty
Yeah.
chill most of the time. There was definitely a stage where he'd get frustrated and like throw his bike a little bit, but for the past year, he's been pretty chill most of the time. Like I don't see him get too frustrated. Like it definitely happens, but
Is he getting laid? Does he got a girlfriend or something?
he does. But she lives in a different city, so it's like it's a bit hard to see her every day.
They got phone sex, They FaceTime.
Yeah.
FaceTime. Oh, yikes, dude. That sucked.
That was bad. Fuck, it sucks getting caught up in the bike.
Does he get like are you guys incentivized to put Monster in the video for this for this video? Does he get paid from Monster for Monster being in this video?
I don't know, like for them specifically having a can in the video, I don't think so. I just put that clip in because I thought it was funny, and then I'm like, oh, it's like Monster 2, so Monster.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, it's like subliminal advertising. It's perfect.
And I don't know if they'll be a little annoyed too, because like we were thinking of doing this video for Monster at the start, and like we kind of told them that we'd have a video, and then we ended up doing it for Fiend, and it's like this 10-minute banger. So I don't know if they're pissed off, but I don't think they would be.
No,
but I'm sure they're happy that the can's in there.
Yeah, and on the beanie, he's repping, and on the fork, it's everywhere.
Yeah. And like winning X Games, like I'm sure they're stoked.
That's huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Donachi's a fucking legend too, dude.
He is. He's the goat, honestly.
Yeah.
Good vibes to be around.
Yep.
Man, I want to hang out with Donachi. I haven't seen him for a bit.
Me too. Oh. Well, don't fucking lose it. Is that what he said? Man, that's so good, dude. I love that.
Oh, thank you.
That's a good way to wrap it up. You got anything you want to I don't know, say to my millions of viewers?
Thanks
Just kidding.
for listening. Thanks, Louis. Thanks, old boys, Jordan, Jackman, Merle for getting me on music video jobs. Mom, Dad. Thank you for
I
having
love
me
it.
on.
Thank you for coming on, dude. I'm so hyped to talk to you and meet you, man. That's sick. I feel like
Nah,
we've known each other on the internet for years now, and so it's good
yeah,
to
we've both seen each
chat.
other's videos, never met each other yet.
Yeah, it's great. I'm stoked. So
Yeah, I'm coming to America actually later. Louis, there's an X Games in Cali in July,
okay,
and Louis,
cool,
because I couldn't go to the Japan one, Louis like, oh, come to this one, and then we'll go on a trip after, like do some riding. So we'll be
nice,
in California and then New York, I think.
dope, good choice.
Yeah.
Summertime New York will be cool. I was gonna say like, don't come to Arizona in July. It's dude. Today it was like 110 degrees, humid, and wind blowing everywhere. It's like monsoon haboob season. The big ass. Have you seen the pictures of haboobs? Do you know what a
No.
haboob is?
Is this something I got to look up?
Yeah, you
Let
gotta
me
look
look.
up haboob. Haboob. Ha boob.
Oh, damn, like a huge dust storm
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
like a
thing.
monster comes and takes over the city. It's unreal.
That looks like a scene out of a movie.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. And that happened like today.
Yeah, that's what the weather was like today.
Far out.
I don't think it was a full blown Independence Day type thing today, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Jeez.
Um, well, the world is yours.
The world is yours. There we
The
go.
world is yours.
Man, I have a little poster. I'll show you. It was like for our premiere. Like, this is the painting Louis did.
Oh, that's
The
sick.
world is yours. And we got the little fiend.
I love that. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's our thumbnail right there.
Awesome.
All right. Well, shit, it's the beginning of the day for you. Have a good day.
Yeah, true. What time is it, bro?
It's 8 o'clock. It's bedtime. I'm
Yeah.
gonna wake up early and go film tomorrow morning before the heat and try and get a
Doing
clip or
BMX
two.
or
Yeah,
other stuff.
BMX.
Yeah.
Sundays are like the only day that I've managed to like keep dedicated to filming BMX. So slowly chipping away at this video. You
Yeah.
know?
Sick. How long you been filming for?
We've
Like
been
filming.
filming for mediocre. So Lightworks ended in 2018, and that was like a long-term thing. And then Joey Mata, because you know who Joey Mata is, yeah,
Yeah.
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 He linked up with me at a bagel shop after Lightworks premiere to get a copy of the DVD or something, and I was venting to him. I'm like, dude, a full length just takes so long. I can't do another one. And he looked at me. He's like, you got to do another one, dude. And so I was like, all right. And so we went out and got a couple clips of Joey, and then so it began. And it's like changed so much because it's been almost 10 years since the first one at this point. Like Drew's not
Yeah.
here, Joey isn't as active, but the crew has evolved, and it's going to be more like a
Man, the
more
first mediocre best was sick. Like I remember LaShawn's part and stuff. Like it
yeah.
was awesome.
LaShawn came through like towards the end of that project. Like that project was going, for a couple of years, and then LaShawn moved to town, and he brought the vibes. It was really rad,
Yeah.
and like
He's-
just gave it closure. And so I think yeah, this one's gonna be a little bit different. It's definitely almost ready. I'm gonna have a part. It's Clay, Robbie. There's 10 people that are gonna have sections, and it's like more of an animal style, more street. I don't know. It's gonna be like hip hop animal
Sick.
type
Sick.
beat.
Good
So
vibes.
and also you can't I say that, but I don't know what it's gonna look like until I start editing. But
Yeah, that's true.
pretty hyped. We're gonna coordinate doing like some sort of jam. Get a
Yeah.
jam happening the same day, and then premiere it at the movie theater slash bar slash whatever. Just big party night. That'll
That's
be
sick.
the night of my life. Hopefully this
Yeah.
year. Aiming for December 13th for premiere night, because that's the same night that we premiered the first one 8 years ago.
Hey,
So
that's awesome.
yeah. So to
Yeah,
answer
we
the
still got
question, 4 years. 4 years we've been working.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still got on the bucket list to do like a DVD kind of thing. Like we've never done it.
I'd recommend not doing it, dude.
That's kind of what everyone says. Hey, everyone's like, there's no way I can ever imagine doing that again. Like that was huge. That was so like just such a process, like a mountain to climb. And then
Yep.
everyone ends up doing it again though.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm never doing it again after this one. I
Yeah,
will
we'll
be
see.
doing like what you did for this 10-minute banger. That's a lot of work too, but like that's one person,
Yeah,
I
it's different.
I can handle that. I think I want to do short form BMX shit in HD once I'm done with this project, and then I think that'll be fun. Just like a YouTube channel with consistent, cool, short videos. That would
Yeah,
be
sure.
that would be ideal. And then more storytelling. I used to not like that part of it, but I want to, now that I'm more into the filmmaking and interview setups and stuff like that, I want to do more storytelling type shit. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. You got
Yeah.
the resume for
I, yeah, we're building a resume, baby.
it.
All right, Ben. Thank you, man. Have a good day.
Thank you. This was sick.